Welcome, watchers of illusion, to the Castle of Confusion. I am not Traegard, the Dungeon Master, but I am the Game Master, Zoe Cook-Robinson, for tonight's show. And I would like to welcome you to Star Trek Adventures, Episode 12. Last week was Attack of the Changelings. This week is not.
Oh.
Space. The final frontier.
They can't attack twice. The continuing attack of the Changelings, perhaps.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enigma.
We have a miniature rascal
weekly
coming.
mission to fire as many nukes as possible, to use red matter, and
to explode the way no one has exploded before.
To boldly explode what no man has exploded before.
The way no one has exploded before. Oh, what a delight. So, I'm going to tell you straight off that I have had quite a week. I hope that you guys have had a better week. Because yesterday, outside of my house, someone had a very nasty accident.
Oh, no.
And as a result, I ended up helping the police to get some CCTV footage for that, so they can deal with that. And as a result, all of my work yesterday got shuffled back, and I ended up having to do a load of work yesterday and then catch up this morning and do today's work. So I haven't had time to finish the adventure. We're going to be winging it tonight. It's going to be interesting. Plus, we're missing a person. So the first thing we need to do is, hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good.
Yeah, thanks.
Glad to hear it.
I'm rather partial to a wing and a prayer, so...
I don't normally go in for pantsing it, as we say.
Pants.
Oh, we have a Dowd in the chat, as well as in here.
She's so cute.
My goodness. Hello there. Hello. Hello, Melody.
Patrick's she's very sweet.
Hello there.
I died.
Oh. So, last week, we have to recall. What were we doing? Can anyone remember?
Yeah,
we
were
were dealing with changelings, and then it ended with an imposter pretending to be T-Dal coming in a shuttlecraft.
I take exception to that imposter trying to be me, flying in on a wing and a prayer.
It was quite a revelation. Let me just play that again for us.
This is Lieutenant Tasis Dowd of the USS Enigma. Lieutenant Commander Perry and I were captured by rogue changelings. We have escaped from a detention center on Feliar 6 in Cardassian space, and we've made our way back here. We urge you to capture and detain the imposters posing as us immediately.
So, well, let's catch up. We've had that revelation, a big revelation. I think we can all agree. We had someone on the bridge who looks like the captain, and they are on the bridge at the moment. But the captain appears to be also in the medical bay with the first officer, having been poisoned with a targeted virus. Meanwhile, we're now getting reports that several members of the senior crew are attempting to sabotage the ship all over the ship. But the senior crew are you and the people that are currently in the medical bay. So, And on top of that, Lieutenant Dowd appears to be outside and inside the ship. Hello, Tabby. How are you doing? And on top of that, Lieutenant Dowd appears to be outside and inside the ship. There we go. Hello, Tabby. How are you doing? Are you okay?
But yes, I'm very well. Sorry, having some slight IT problems, but I'm using my tablet rather than my normal computer because my normal computer is under repair at present.
We're all having quite a week.
Oh, and you're a bit silent. Let me just turn the volume up. My normal computer is better.
I did that to Captain Dowd as well. I pretended not to be a bit audible. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
I can't complain. Well, I can, but I won't.
That's better than nothing.
Quite a week, let's put it that way. I've got a message here from my lovely wife. What is she telling me now? Nope, she's fine. That's okay. Okay, so let's.
If it
do
is
this.
if it is her and not someone claiming to be her or looking like her,
Well, as long as no one's looking like me, because I'd be very confused and also quite upset. Like, oh, two of us have to suffer now.
shame.
So my question is, now that we've established where everyone was, and that we have someone pretending to be the captain, or at least looking like the captain over here, while Tappy is in the little corridor before he gets onto the bridge.
Well, hang on.
We
how
also
do we know
have.
which is the one who's pretending to be Dowd, and which is the one actually is Dowd, or even the captain, rather than what we call Dowd, yes.
Oh, heavens!
We have quite a
Right.
question, don't we? Who's who? Hello to Robert
Scooby-Doo.
Cesar.
Uh-oh.
How are you doing? My question is to everyone: don't stop trying to be me. Don't stop trying to be me, Captain Gale, Commander Gale.
Sorry, not sorry, but it had to be done.
Well, as long as nobody's pretending to be Melody, we should be fine.
That is
Pardon?
true.
What's that, James?
As long as nobody's pretending to be Melody, that should be fine.
So my question to you all is, after that revelation, what do you do?
Have a snooze?
If they
What?
get some tea and biscuits and have a think.
Beam these two people directly to sick bay and have the doctor check.
Okay.
Well, at least I'm
That-
not nuking first, asking questions later.
Yeah,
I was gonna
I'm
say,
surprised.
we can do a blood test and they'll either be all right or they won't.
Mm.
I don't know. I think maybe the nuclear option might be. I know I've not been a fan in the past, but this might be the time to. If
Just
it's got
just in case.
well, if it's got, I mean, clearly it's got what do you call them, changelings on board. Then the last thing we want to do is get them on the ship.
That doesn't sound like the real
Good
Dowd.
point. Ensign Tabby, prepare to beam directly to the shuttle to take the blood samples.
Very well, but preparing to beam directly to the shuttle to take blood samples.
Okay, so you're beaming Ensign Tabby. Sorry, you're beaming Tabby from observing the potential shapeshifter on the bridge to where two more shapeshifters might be. Are you sure you want to send him alone?
Am I carrying
I'm
some kind of
send a nuke with him. And at the first sign of trouble, he can activate the nuke and beam back.
I don't
He's
think I
pretty.
can-
I was going to say he can take some flash bangs.
and perhaps a balaclava.
You didn't have time to brush your hair.
I didn't know you'd noticed. I was hoping to get away with it.
Not you. Is this Doctor Who? Robert
It's
wants
Star
to know.
Trek. It's Star Trek, but not as you know it.
Yeah.
So let me just get this straight. You're going to beam Tabby onto the ship, onto the shuttlecraft
Yeah, with a nuke.
with a nuke. Okay. So I'm assuming that he's going to turn up like this. He's got a phaser in one hand and nuke under his arm. Right, no funny business.
I can't carry around these things. I mean, it might sit in the shuttle, but I can't carry the thing. You're going to have to find someone else to actually move it around. It's not intended to be carried by hand. That's how it
Ah,
works.
so you've got a hat in one hand. Yeehaw! Riding the nuke as you beam in.
That would just be silly. I'll just take a phaser rifle, thank you.
Yeah, that
Tabby,
would
you're
be
not
the silly
going to
thing.
see me from Armageddon.
Okay, so
Oh,
Tappy beams onto the shuttlecraft
Sorry.
with the phaser rifle, ready to do some blood checks.
Before you do, Abby, do some phaser sweeps of the shuttle first.
It's too late now. I've already had the effect.
I've already had the effect.
So you're on the ship. What you find when you get onto the shuttlecraft is that what was his name? Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm terrible with names. What?
Perry?
Lieutenant
Perry.
Commander Perry is unconscious in one of the pilot seats. Meanwhile, you find Lieutenant Dowd looking a little bit shocked that you've beamed in.
Yes.
Over to
Well,
you.
perhaps. Hello, dive number 2. I'm not quite sure what the response to that is. Or who's going to give it?
Lieutenant Dowd, would you like to respond?
Dowd number 2. Then you've had contact with my doppelganger.
Well, I for the time being, yes, I'll call the one on the ship number 1 and this one number 2 without prejudging which is the original or which is the copy.
Well,
But,
with all
the
due respect,
purpose
I'm
is it is
Dowd
fake.
number 1. Well,
All right.
Um,
Well, we'll call you number 1 for the moment. In any event,
should say
the
so.
reason that I'm here to take some blood samples to check who is the original and who is the copy. So if you, as you say, is correct, then you'll be able to demonstrate that, and then we'll be able to deal with number 2 on the ship. So I'd be grateful if you would just roll your sleeve up for a moment, if you just take the blood sample.
of course, but latest intelligence is suggesting that these simple blood tests can be thwarted by talented changelings. Just so you know. So it may not
Thank
give
for
you
letting me
the.
know. I'd better take it. I'm under orders.
No, by all means, fill your boots, but just leave me enough to get home on.
We'll leave you plenty, don't worry, only just a small sample. So let me just take the sample now. And also, the chap next to you seems to be unconscious. Do you know why that might be, out of interest?
Well, he's been unconscious for quite some time. He was much more poorly treated by our what do you call them, prison guards than I was.
Yes. Well, I'll get a sample from him in a moment. We'll just roll up your sleeve and get one from you. Do I need to roll a die to do this or something?
Sorry?
I see that Zoe's rolling something.
Yes.
Sorry, I see that Zoe's rolling something. Do I need to roll some die as well?
Okay. Excuse me. If I could have a, let's say I suppose it would just be standard control plus medicine, please.
Oh, yes. Let me find my... Maybe for a moment. Oh, hang on.
On 2d20.
I'm going to have to find my character sheet. Bear with me for a moment.
Okay, I'll grab the info for you.
Okay, so control on medicine, was it? So control
please.
is 9, medicine is 4.
Oh, you
And
got
you
it.
want
Okay.
2d20, is that right?
Yes, please.
So I've got 15 and 8.
Where is that? We have a question from the chat about what star base we're at, but we're on the Enigma in open space, I think.
We are.
we
We're
are.
on the USS Enigma. We're technically still flying back into Federation territory from Klingon space.
And yours
Oh, yeah.
NCC 74565.
And aren't we somewhere in the Moana system or near Moana?
We are. We're on
Oh,
our way
not-
back.
Well, we're not long. Red mattered that planet.
Oh my goodness! Yes, the former planet of Moana 3.
Well, but Krista said the Moana system, so I mean,
Yes.
we're in. I guess we're near that system as was. I don't
Yes.
know what our monkey shines have done, thrown everything into chaos, perhaps
So
with orbits and things.
I'm pleased to tell you that you succeed in taking the blood tests, and both
From both.
from both, and both individuals on the shuttle appear to be exactly who they say they are.
All right. Well, we'd better go back to the ship in that case. Well, let me see if can I open some kind of private communication with Farron, if nobody
Yes.
else can do it.
Yeah, if you step away from Lieutenant Dowd and Lieutenant Commander Perry, you'd go at the back of the shuttle, open a secure channel. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yes. In which case, I will tell Ferengale of the results and what the Dowd, who called himself Dowd Number 1, told me about changelings possibly being able to bypass it, and also the state of Perry.
So, Commander Gale, do you have any? Oh, sorry, Commander Ferren, because you're Bajoran, so surname first. Do you have a response?
Prepare to beam them directly to sickbay.
Yes. Well, I'm going to tell the Dowd, who calls himself Dowd Number 1, that Ferren has asked you be beamed directly to sickbay. I suppose the unconscious chap probably should be beamed directly to sickbay, shouldn't he?
Yeah, don't send me the one that's nothing wrong with. Put him in a cell or something.
Who's going to fly the shuttle back?
We're going
Maybe.
to track that into the shuttle bay.
Oh. Okay. So is that the choice?
I don't know why.
And you all arrive back in the medical bay. So, welcome to the conversation to Bow, because I think that was where you were.
Yeah, that is where I am.
Also, that's where the captain and first officer are, even though there was a captain on the bridge and the first officer is off sabotaging the ship. But they're both in sickbay with you guys.
Had we better take some blood tests from one of each to check whether or not it's correct what Dowd, who calls himself Dowd Number 1, said about the latest intelligence? So had we better find the other Dowd Number 1?
This is doing me head in.
We say ship Dowd and shuttle Dowd for the time being. So let's see if we can find ship Dowd.
That's like a job loss.
Report to sickbay at once.
Sorry, to who was that addressed?
Reach to Commander Dowd. Report to sickbay at once.
Lieutenant Dowd's comm badge chirps when you try to contact him. No one else is responding. It's like,
Computer, locate Lieutenant Commander Dowd.
Lieutenant Dowd is in sickbay.
I said Lieutenant Commander Dowd, you stupid computer.
Lieutenant Commander Dowd is not aboard the Enigma.
What was his last known location?
Lieutenant Commander Dowd was last seen in Cargo Bay 3.
How many
That's the cargo
Bay?
bay where you found all the weird gear that was trying to take over the ship.
Computer, how many life forms in Cargo Bay 3?
There are no life forms in Cargo Bay 3.
Reach to security. Check out Cargo Bay 3, but practice extreme caution. There may be a changeling infiltrator.
Beep, beep. Aye, Commander. So, while security is checking out Cargo Bay 3, what's your next move? I believe Tabby wants to do some blood checks on the captain.
Yes, am I able to beam back while the Dowd the Dowd on the shuttle shuttles himself back?
You're already in sickbay, Tabby.
Am I? Right. Okay.
Well, everyone been directly
We're
to
all,
sickbay.
we're all in sick bay currently.
Oh, I think my Wi-Fi dropped out because I'm on my tablet rather than computer. I may have missed that bit. All right. So if we're all in sick bay, I can do the blood test on the captain. Do I need to roll something and give you some stats?
Control plus medicine again.
So control is 9 and medicine is 4. And a 2d20 gives me 17 and 9.
Okay, so you successfully take some blood tests. The captain is who they say they are. Did you check the other one?
I think I probably better check everyone, hadn't I?
Okay.
Check everyone in sick bay.
Everyone in sick bay is who they say they are.
I think I'm going to have to try and get one out of the imposter on the bridge, on the supposed imposter on the bridge. But exercising extreme caution.
Can we not phaser him first so he's incapacitated and then take it?
The normal phaser blasts don't work on changelings.
They don't tend to go down until you've shot them a couple of times.
Well, wouldn't that be a good way of checking whether it's a changeling? We wouldn't need the blood test. Just fire phaser once on stun. If it's a changeling, it won't respond. If it isn't, it will.
Unless they know that and decide to try and play along.
Well, then we could take the blood test. If they go down, we'll take the blood test.
I'm going to sneak behind the supposed captain and take a blood sample.
Okay, so Ferren, where are you? Because I know
I'm on the bridge.
You're near, right. Ah, give me 1 second. I've got to move your character.
I'm on the
Right, let me just grab. Yes, you were okay. Give me 1 second. I've got to move your character because last time we saw you, you were with the other Dowd who has disappeared. And right, so let's say we've got everyone in the Medi Bay except for Ferren. You've come up through the Jeffries tubes. You're outside the bridge. Bling. No, bling. There we go. Da, da, da. Wow. Looking good there. We've got a ship and everything. Why have we still got who cares why we've got a space station? So you're gonna try and make your way into the bridge, yes?
and my control and medicine is 11 and 1.
Okay. You're gonna try and get close enough to the captain to do that, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. When you step onto the bridge, Captain Fitzgerald turns to you and says, Commander Ferren, Commander Ferren, what is the status of the shuttle approaching the ship?
The shuttle currently is empty.
So what happened to the people that we got a message? What happened to the people who were on board?
There are changeling infiltrators.
More of them? Oh my goodness! This is intolerable. What's happened?
You tell me, Captain.
How would I know? I'm asking you.
You're the captain. Or you're supposed to be the captain. Or are you a changeling imposter as well?
The captain begins to laugh and then reaches for a phaser.
Well, I'll kick the phaser out of his hand.
Ah, okay. So I'm going to need, at this point, since you came into the bridge and therefore initiated this, I will let you go first in the fight. But where is my thing about the fighting? Where?
Your control and security is 11 and 5.
I'm not sure it is that to kick. Now, just give me 1 second. I think 158 or something for combat, I believe.
Yes, if you're going to be doing a lot of kicking, what's your rocket score?
Okay, for a melee attack to kick the phaser, I need daring plus security, please.
9 and 5.
2d20. 9 and 5, okay.
18 and 18.
So 9 and 5. So that's okay. So you've missed essentially. So unfortunately, you go for it, but you don't quite do it, which means I get to now fire. Whoa! I get to fire. Yeah. It is control plus security, which is not great. I have to admit. They've only got 13. Okay. They miss.
Did,
You miss as well.
Yes, a
Wow.
16 and a 20.
I'm setting my base to on maximum power, and I'm firing it at you.
Okay, could I have a control plus security check?
Right, that's an 11 and 5. 9 and 1.
Okay, so that's pretty damn good. Could I have? Oh, give me 1 second to check what the thing is. It is. Ooh. What is the firepower of a phaser? It's like 6, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
it can vaporize if it's the right setting.
Yeah. Okay. Phaser rifle would be 6d6, please.
6d6.
Yes.
2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 4.
6, 1, 5. Okay. So that's
Yeah, 2, 6, 1, 5, 3, 4.
okay. So 2. That's 7. You've got 7. You're hit with 7 points, and you have 2 effects, 2 potential effects. Good. So that's pretty good. I've got a list of potential effects, haven't I? Which is you could go for bonus damage, or you could use the roll to disarm them.
Extra damage.
Extra damage. So that's 9 damage out of 12. They are down.
yeah, that's done. You can have that.
They're down on the floor
I think I gave them to you
with
once
severe
before.
burns. How would you like to proceed?
Next turn before I take the blood sample.
Sorry?
I'll wait until my next turn before I take the blood sample.
Okay.
Zoe, we've had a request from the chat to just, I think Robert's new maybe, and
Okay.
would like a quick little rundown of who we are and what's the story. I mean, not the whole story from the beginning till now, but what are we currently embroiled in?
Okay, that's fair enough. So we'll take this opportunity since Farron has just shot the captain.
Oh, I take my ears off for 1 second and I miss all the party.
So since Farron has shot the captain is down. Let's explain what's going on. So this is the adventures of the USS Enigma. It is a Galaxy-class starship. We have Commander Farron Gell.
565.
Wow. This is, we have a captain of Emery Fitzgerald, who may be on the bridge currently being shot at by her chief of security, or maybe in the medical bay. We're not entirely sure because the ship has been infiltrated by changelings. And that is the current problem. We have changelings here, changelings are there. We have those changelings everywhere. Farron is Commander Farron Gell, played by Patrick, is the chief of security. We have one of our medical officers. We have a medical officer, Tapau, who's played by Krista. Our pilot is Tabby, who is a cat person.
Yeah, think of the cat person from the animated series.
Yes,
a cat person and a Cation. He's both.
Yes. And we also have Lieutenant Dowd, who may also be Lieutenant Commander Dowd, because there's 2 of them at the moment, who is played by Captain T. Dowd from A Question of Trek. And they are our counselor, but also our chief of operations at the moment.
Is it?
So here,
Oh, I didn't know that.
so here we are. Here we are.
And we also have our guest stars, occasional guest star.
Hello.
Guest star is my
Hello.
favourite. Hello, little Melody. You're very fluffy.
Melody.
Yeah, she's the mascot.
Very cute little cat.
She's lovely. So that's
You can't have her.
Oh. So here we go. So now that we've set out what's going on, Farron, what is your move? The captain is down and doesn't seem to be moving.
But I'll now take the blood sample.
Okay, could I have a control plus medicine check, please?
or control and 11 and 1.
Okay. What was your results again? Sorry, what was your total
11
on
and
your
1.
on your stats?
11 and 1.
So you've got a success there anyway. Yeah, that's okay. Right.
I
So
haven't done the roll yet.
oh, that's your. Oh, I thought that was your roll.
My roll is 6 and 9.
6 and 9. Well, there we go. So you've got 2 successes, and what you find is that when you attempt to take the blood sample, the sample changes in the little vial. It appears to be a changeling. Dum, 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 dum.
Well, we know now where the real captain is and where the non-real captain is, and we know what we should do with the non-real captain and what we should do with the real captain, which is to put him back on the bridge.
Not while the captain's ill.
Oh, is she still ill?
Remember, the
She's
real
getting
captain's
better.
still in sick bay, sick.
Well, I suppose we should ask her whether she's well enough to take over again, given that the fake captain has been outed and put down.
We need to do something with the fake captain because they're just on the floor. We haven't actually killed them.
Yeah,
They're not dead.
They're on the floor, kind of starting
Dazed
to
and
seep away.
confused. Oh, they're starting to sink into the carpet.
Yeah, we need to do something with them.
How close are we to a sun?
The Moana sun is 0.2 light years away.
Reach the transporter room 3. Log on onto the Denstone infiltrator and beam them directly into the sun.
It's every bloody time. You can't keep beaming people into suns. It's not nice. Oh, yeah. And there they go. You cruel, cruel sods.
Mom, what did they do with the...
Well, we can't risk. Well, it's the only way to be sure.
Okay.
Yes, and I suppose you've not like the sun is a giant nuclear reaction. Would you like your nuclear reactions?
Bing. I am using 2 of my threat to change the scene. Beep, 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 beep. Warning. Self-destruct has been activated. All personnel to escape pods. The ship has been set for self-destruct in 5 minutes. Beep, 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 beep.
Computer, Commander Farron, Gale, override auto-destruct sequence, authorization, Farron 37 Alpha Tango.
Authorization not recognized.
Why not?
Command codes have been restricted.
On whose order?
On the order of Captain Emery Fitzgerald.
Hmm.
And how long were these orders given?
The order to self-destruct was given 32 seconds ago.
32 seconds. Well, he was already on the floor by then.
Yes.
How many Emery Fitzgeralds are there? Where was the command given? Can we interrogate the computers? The location.
Computer, where was the commands given?
Self-destruct was given from Shuttle Bay 6.
Computer, stop talking with your mouth open, for heaven's sake.
Computer, activate surveillance cameras in Shuttle Bay 6
Okay.
and display it on the main screen.
The main viewer goes blink, and now what you can see is that the captain appears to be in the shuttle bay, attempting to access a shuttlecraft.
When you say the captain, I think we know what you really mean. I think we'd better beam, hadn't we, to base 6 with some rather large phaser rockets.
In the computer, initiate level 11 force field around Shuttle Bay doors. 0 countermand. authorization. Ferrum 37 Alpha Tango.
Unable to comply.
Why not?
All command codes have been restricted.
Can we beam to Shuttle Bay 6 straight away? If we can stop the changeling captain from leaving the ship, we can make her force her to reset the self-destruct.
You can try.
Bridge
Well, let's
2.
do that.
Oh. If the captain's away, deactivate the auto destruct.
Okay,
The captain is awake.
Right. Well, I'll
Inform
speak to the
Inform
captain
the
and I'll.
captain what's going on and get her to disable the self-destruct PDQ.
Let Krista try. What were you saying? Sorry, Krista.
I was going to say I'll go over and speak to them and see whether they're able to do that.
The captain attempts to give their command code in order to circumvent and turn off the auto-destruct. The computer says that their authorization code is not recognized.
Shall we
Right.
beam to the Shuttle Bay 6 very quickly indeed, with phaser rifles?
I think I just want to hack into the computer.
Okay.
Good.
Be a hacker.
Yeah, be a hacker.
Okay.
People do in Minecraft. Some people hack in Minecraft, which is not allowed.
Okay, so what we're going to need is a, let's say, insight plus security check. And that's on 2d20.
8 and 12.
8 and 12.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got one success.
Oh, hang on. That's my thing.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay. Okay, no, I've got that you have 9 and 12.
Okay.
Gives you a bit of a boost.
Yeah, take it.
1 and 16.
Okay, so you got a success. So you're able to hack into the computer. You have access. And you can see that the command codes have recently been all deleted except for the captain's, which does not look like the one that the captain in the sick bay tried to give. If you want to try to deactivate the self-destruct, I'll need control plus command on 2d20, please. Self-destruct sequence
Right.
active.
My control is 11, but I don't know what my command is.
Command is 2.
So anything. So right. Okay. Oh, is that's another 2d20 roll?
2d20, yes, please.
12 and 13.
Okay, so you've managed 2 successes. So, congratulations, Hacker Tapau. You have managed to disable the self-destruct sequence. Self-destruct sequence disengaged.
Right, and I'm going to lock the controls from here, so they can only be accessed from sick bay.
Okay, that I'm going to say you can do that as a free action without having to roll again.
Ensign to poll. You know,
Yes.
set the computer to be able to accept my voice commands.
Please don't blow the ship up just yet.
Okay. I'll
I
do
will.
that now.
If you promise not to kill us.
This is Commander Farron Gale, acting commanding officer, USS Enigma. Do not accept any voice commands from anyone unless they repeat this command sequence. So, Gale 44744 Beta Charlie.
Okay. Authorization code recorded. The computer always has a bit of a nasal problem, you see.
Computer, erect a level 11 force field around the shuttle bay 6.
Force field active. So,
Okay.
the
Okay.
question now is, what else are you going to do? Because you appear
Well-
to have a captain in the shuttle bay.
Shall we travel there with some phaser rifles to detain the purported captain?
No, this phony captain is so keen to leave, so we'll let them leave. There's not in the way they imagine.
So you're going to let the captain fly a shuttle into a force field.
No. Reach the transporter rooms 3 and 2. Activate shuttle bay transporter and beam the changeling infiltrator and the shuttlecraft, because there's no telling how much sabotage has been done on that, again into the sun.
It's like a waste of a perfectly good shuttlecraft to me.
And I mean, it was a rental, so I might be on the hook for that.
And you didn't use the command code, you just said that you needed to use for your voice to be recognized.
Another. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, this imposter wanted to leave.
Beaming all these things into the sun, is it going to affect the sun?
Yeah, just wait. The bad guy of the next episode. It's a changeling supernova.
Oh, don't worry, Tabby. I'm going to red matter that sun at the end of the episode.
The mind boggles in various directions, as the mind is wont to do.
You're
Oh,
breaking
my
Zoe.
You can't just go nuke the sun.
But I mean, the sun was already a nuclear reaction. I don't think it would do very much.
I didn't say I was going to nuke it. All I said I was going to do was red matter it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, what if Moana is an inhabited system?
Not for long.
Well, fair point.
I think we'd probably better be nice to the little boy.
Excuse me.
You've broken Zoe. Well done, you.
We need to repair our game master before we come in.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys. Right.
Ensign to pole. Detain the captain in sick bay and determine if she's the real one.
Have we already determined?
Yeah, we
that
already have. I've done a blood test, and she is who she says she is.
Right to
she-
pole.
Okay, okay.
Bring out every security monitor and make sure there aren't any other people roaming around the ship pretending to be the captain.
Okay. Maybe we should ask the computer for that.
Or do whatever you feel best.
Computer, can you look at all the security and see whether there are any more people on board who aren't supposed to be here?
Processing.
We might be here a long time.
Oh dear.
Now,
There
what
are
are we going
no.
to do about this supposed fake tea dolls who've been directed to sick bay?
There are no unauthorized personnel on board.
Can we perhaps issue a command to the computer? Computer, please solve all our problems. Thank you.
Just don't ask it to create a holographic opponent that can rifle commander data.
We all know how that turned out.
Yes. Oh. So, okay.
Ensign Tabby, prepare a photon torpedo and load it with red matter.
By hand?
Where are we getting this stuff again?
I'm buying it from Quark.
Just don't check his room.
Yeah.
What exactly are we firing this torpedo at?
we're preparing to fire it at the sun as soon as we found all the imposters.
I think really that the sun will have destroyed them by now. This is a little superfluous and a waste of this red matter stuff, whatever that is.
It's a highly advanced piece of technology that causes suns to turn into black holes.
Right. I think if we're 0.2 light years away from the sun, we do not want it to go nova. So I think we probably better not.
Now that's why as soon as we launch it, we're going straight to warp.
So you want a kind of slow torpedo?
No, as soon as it's ready to launch, we're launched just immediately as we go to warp.
I don't think that's in Starfleet's protocol.
Well, you can fire torpedoes at warp.
Yes, but I don't think you can fire them at suns in space systems we haven't explored. And especially it's in Klingon space.
Regulation 26B, acting captain or acting captain is authorized to take whatever action necessary to protect himself, his crew, and his ship, and the security of the Federation.
Yes, but I'm not convinced this is actually necessary at all. I mean, if you put
we don't think this is necessary. It's illogical.
You do know you're endorsing mutiny here.
This is the guy who's currently got command of the ship.
This is what we would call crew resource management, I believe.
Well, in Voyager, Janeway can activate the auto-destruct by herself.
That is true. However, it is worth noting that each command officer needs to give their code before they can use self-destruct. So,
I'm not counting the amount of times we hear Janeway say it.
The self-destruct did appear to have been activated. So, are you sure you've got all the changelings?
No, we
find changeling down. We seem to be trying to destroy a sun, despite the fact that there's no reason to do that.
Yeah, we're going to fire the torpedo after we find the rest of the changelings and beam them there.
Okay, well, maybe we should focus on the change, because I'm not sure that destroying the sun is really going to achieve anything, because I'm not sure the change is going to survive the sun.
We're not destroying the sun until we've dealt with the changelings.
Yes, I'm not sure we need to destroy the sun at all, but let's see if we can find the changelings. So we haven't found fake Dowd yet. Real Dowd, I think, shuttle.
Yeah, I don't know you guys very well. I've been away, as you may have sussed, and you guys are frankly pretty OTT, and we need to sort out our priorities. We need to find these changelings. They're up to something, and I'm pretty certain it's nothing good. I think we need to interrogate. We need to isolate and interrogate at least one of them. You've already isolated the computer and ship's functions. I think that's good. I think T'Pau's got us on the right track there. I doff my cap.
After you got taken. I must have joined the ship after you got taken. That's why you don't know me.
Yeah, but I'm getting a picture. A picture is forming.
Well, former Bajoran terrorist. Actually, Phaser told the cops once, and no one knew it was me.
I mean, the Dowd who's just been talking, where is he all the time that all this was happening, incidentally?
Pardon?
The Dowd that was just talking, where was he all the time that all this stuff has been happening? Can we check this is the same Dowd who came from the shuttle?
Well,
that's what you mean. Oh, okay.
Shuttle Dowd should still be in sickbay, being guarded by T'Pau.
Yes, so the Dowd that was just talking, where did we encounter him?
That's a good point. Farron's not in the room. Are you guys talking over communicator?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, Ensign Tabby, I've got a job for you. Since you're so keen to isolate and interrogate a changeling, you can go and sniff one out.
How long until that's going to be finished?
Yes, I mean, do changelings have a particular odor? I mean, cats do have a very good sense of smell.
Unfortunately, a changeling will smell like whatever it's pretending to be.
So,
Yeah.
if you're so keen to isolate one, you can go and sniff one out, deck by deck.
I would
Okay.
I would respectfully suggest that we adopt the buddy system. Nobody should be left on his or her or their own. We should always function in at least pairs.
Okay, Lieutenant Dowd, you can join
Yeah,
him.
I'm seconding that.
Thank you.
Like,
But you
like
can
we
join
did
him on
earlier, because we split into 2 twos, which was sensible.
Well, you can join him in his task then, Lieutenant Dowd.
So this is the Scooby-Doo approach.
Okay, where are Dowd and I going?
The whole you're
The
guarding
changelings you probably are, aren't they?
to guard the captain.
Right.
But I don't want to have to beam another captain into the sun.
Yeah, I imagine it's getting pretty full up in there.
Okay, so the two of you that are heading off. By the way, Ferren, you're on your own.
Yeah,
I'm
you need
still
a
on the
part.
bridge.
You need a partner.
Yeah.
Perhaps you better join Krista.
I don't work with others.
Well, but
Okay.
that opens you up to the gravest of suspicion. Then
Yes, how do
You
you
could-
do based on phone?
somebody could bonk you on the head and stash you in a cupboard, and then take over as you.
Yeah, but they don't know my authorization code.
Well, we've
Yes,
been on
we can tell.
telephone.
Krista to hack the computer.
Well, I didn't broadcast the code over an open channel.
Okay.
And haven't all command functions been rerouted to sickbay?
Yeah, I rerouted all command functions to sickbay, but I
Yes,
did
yes.
give.
But I've got the only voice access.
He's got voice
Well, that-
access.
Then that's why you need to be with somebody else. I think we need an NPC that we trust, that we know, that we can verify to beam to your location.
How about Ensign Melody?
Computer activate emergency command hologram.
You might have a problem with that because I fed a virus into the computer system as well.
That's probably why it doesn't look like Robert Picardo. But
That's why it don't look right.
Please state the nature of the shipwide emergency.
Very good. That's very good.
is this Robert Picardo's?
Yes, I can't do Robert Picardo. Please state the nature of the shipwide emergency. I can't do a Robert
It's
Picardo.
been infiltrated by changelings. I
Okay.
need someone to observe me at all times.
And you called me? I'm a command hologram, not a voyeur.
Clever.
Smart ass. Computer delete ECH.
Sorry, what?
I said computer delete that smart addict ECH.
Unable to
Compute-
comply. Command code not given.
Bridge to ensign to Pole. Delete that bloody ECH.
I'm unable to do that. It's not logical.
I don't care about your logic.
Well, I suppose strictly if it's logic, it's not Krista's own logic, is it? I mean, logic is sort of universal by nature. So
Computer
if it's hers, it's
end
everybody's.
ECH and activate Zoe Kirk Robinson hologram.
Oh dear. Every ship should have one.
It's getting better.
Yeah, this is
Are you
getting very
sure
messy
about
now.
that?
Meanwhile, what are the
Maybe
other
it
two
is.
doing? What's the other half of the Scooby Gang doing?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, Velma. Let's
Well,
let's
hadn't we
go.
better-
Ensign to Pole. Remind me to ban Scooby-Doo cartoons when all this is over.
I think we better perhaps see if we can find some more changelings and see if we can find. So, hang on. Is the Dao that's been sent with me the one that's been in the sick bay the whole time, the one that we know is from the shuttle?
Yes.
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 Splendid. Right. Well, we'd better. This is the real number one. We'd better see if we can find the number two.
Yeah, he's
So
a number
we
2,
need
all
to,
right.
See if we can. Well, can we perhaps ask the computer to search all the closed-circuit television cameras to see whether anyone who looks like Dowd is present anywhere other than where I am right now?
We could, but don't forget, the person who impersonated me could be impersonating anyone. They could be impersonating you. They could be impersonating Tapao. They could be impersonating the guy that cleans the gunk out of the chicken soup machines. They could be anyone, really.
Remember, the computer said
Could
Commander
be,
Dowd
but-
is not on board.
So could we maybe say, is there a way to ask the computer to look for doubles of any individuals?
I like your style.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Lieutenant.
So they could be looking for people who are doubled, or people that their physiognomy does not match anyone else on the ship.
There are no unauthorized personnel on
And make
board.
sure the computer doesn't mistake the Delaney sisters for changelings.
There are no unauthorized duplicates on board.
Oh, now they can also disguise themselves as use a triple. Sorry, I'm just reading. They can also do surfaces. They can also be plants or animals, triples.
Yeah, not
They
anything.
yeah, they could be anything.
Well, I don't know. Well, you've missed a lot, Lieutenant, but the captain expelled all the tribbles.
Oh, well then,
Okay,
one less thing to worry about.
If she had the tribbles beamed onto Antares 3 after they infiltrated the replicator.
I'm gonna give you guys a clue at this point, because you've got some great ideas, but you've not noticed that you've been relying a lot on the emergency medical hologram for a reason. Where's the doctor?
Do we have a doctor?
Yeah, the doctor
You're
was
supposed
correct.
to.
Well,
You're
the doctor was
supposed
one of the senior officers that was poorly, wasn't it, and targeted by some kind of
Originally, the doctor did appear to be amongst the people that were made sick, but the doctor is not in sickbay.
We had
Oh.
Medical officer.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Computer, locate chief medical officer.
The chief medical officer is in engineering.
well,
Lieutenant
Tabby should.
Dowden Ensign Tabby.
engineering, shall we?
It seems our changeling infiltrator is in engineering.
Let's toddle to engineering with some phaser rifles.
Yeah, sorry, I just realised that I hadn't made it clear that because you were relying on the emergency doctor, that you wouldn't notice that the doctor was gone.
Just be careful where you fire your hospital weapons in engineering.
Yeah, please don't hit the wall, Cole. So you're heading down to engineering, yes?
With
Yeah.
some phaser rifles and a cardigan.
And a
Hand in
cardigan.
hand, skipping all the
Spare
way.
cardigan.
And a spare cardigan. Okay.
It gets chilly down there.
Mr. Barnacles, this is a serious mission.
We're not going to Sirius.
Okay.
I swear,
Well-
Surely it can't be serious.
I swear as soon as this mission's over, I'm rejoining the Bajoran militia.
Okay, I am going to use a Nebula class starship to represent the chief medical officer because I can't find the picture. So here we go. When you enter engineering, this thing here, where the medical officer is, that's the warp core. I haven't got a thing for engineering, so that's
Okay.
the warp core. The chief medical officer appears to be attempting to open the dilithium crystal chamber.
Can we ask him to stop and point our phaser rifles at him?
Yeah, step away from that. Step away. Step away from that. What was it? Oh, the dilithium chamber. And keep all your appendages where we can see them.
Why should I? I know that you're not going to shoot the warp core.
We're not aiming for the warp core, love. We're aiming for you.
What does it matter at this point? If I can't take the ship, I'll take you all out.
Well, what were you planning? What
They're about
What's your-
to pull a phaser out and aim it at the chamber.
Let I
Oh.
guess, inform our guest what I did to her fellow changelings.
You know, I can hear you. I have a comm badge.
Yeah. Is this how to win friends and influence people? Can we? Can I say, or can one of us say really quickly? Computer, erect a level 10 full screen around the dilithium chamber and warp core.
Unable to comply. Command code not recognized.
Bridge 2,
You didn't give the
Computer,
code that Farron said.
activate.
Do we know it?
Initiate level 10
It's
force.
L44
and
beta
dilithium chamber.
They check
Tabby.
the doctor uses Farron's voice and overrides it.
Had we better, while he's doing that, fire on the doctor?
Computer,
Great idea. Could I have a? Let's see.
computer
be-
countermand imposter's voice.
Unable to comply. Control plus security, please, Tabby.
9 control security, if I can find that. 4.
9 and 4, not bad.
So I should roll 2d20, 4 and
Yep.
11.
Okay, 4 and 11. So you got 1.
But they found the Klingon, and the doctor is on the
Unfortunately, it
top.
is a difficulty of 2 to shoot. You have missed. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to see if you've hit the warp core.
Oh, Tabby.
Thankfully,
Say
you
it.
have not hit the warp core. But yes, you did miss.
Can I have a go at something?
Yep, of course.
Could I hit some sort of supercoolant pipe that will shoot a freezing mist into the changeling's face area?
Yes,
What
you
about
can
the plasma-
certainly try.
what about the plasma coolant tank.
Yeah, you could try to burst the plasma coolant tanks that are on the bits that go into the warp core on the
And then
sides.
again, that
Wait a minute.
That
Isn't that the stuff that liquefies flesh?
Yes.
No, that's not the pipe. That's not the pipe. I'm aiming for maybe an overhead conduit for some sort of a supercoolant. The AC.
Okay.
While Dowd does that, I'm putting on my spare cardigan.
Okay, I need a
You just knew it would come in handy, didn't you?
control
okay,
plus
sorry.
security, please.
Cardigans is not acceptable uniform.
Sorry, control and security? Oh, that
Yes,
never
please.
works out well. Control is 8, security is... I bumped myself up 1, I think. I was able to take something from something else and I moved it to security. So I'm 3 now. So 8,
Yeah.
9, 10, 11. Oh, wow.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a red letter day. Now I have to go back to the dice. Okay. How many sides? 20. Sorry, I should have set this up whilst I was waiting. And 2. Right. 6 and 5.
Well, you've hit. So could I have a 6d6, please?
Oh dear. 6. How many die is 6? 6 six-sided dice. Okay.
Yeah.
The roller I'm using does it opposite to how you say it, so I always have to. 1 6, 1 3, 5 6.
Yeah, you managed to hit and damage the conduit. So coolant is now bursting into the room all over the changeling, who goes, ah! You know that scene with the Terminator in Terminator 2 with the T-1000 where it starts to and it's trying to change and it's not quite getting there, and then it starts to freeze solid.
I was thinking, okay, that's what I mean. That's the effect I was going for.
Well, that's what it is now.
Okay.
I'm wearing my cardigan. How do we better favour it again?
Sorry?
How do we better
that's
favour
true.
it again? Because it'll thaw at some point. This stuff will run out fairly soon, I expect.
I think you could sort of flick him on the nose and he just burst into a million pieces. But
Stab, baby.
Robert's making some good points. I'm not sure I understand them all because he sounds like he's more knowledgeable than I. But so you can review those. Yeah. Well, do we want is destruction or containment our goal here, Tabby?
I think the changelings need to be destroyed, don't they? I'm not sure that they can be contained except by being destroyed.
Well, but I think they can be contained by force fields. They can't ooze out of a force field. They're still corporeal, I
Do you
think.
we should force field the changeling when it's in its state of frozenness?
Well, because it'll melt eventually. I don't know if we've killed it. I don't know if we've. I mean, changelings are pretty sturdy. They can travel in space unaided. If they turn into some spacefaring animal, I've seen that done. So
if it was a Patrick, he'd just beam it into the sun, wouldn't he? And that seems to work.
well, yeah, but he's not here, and I don't know. Is he always like this? I mean, you know him better than I.
Lieutenant Dowd, I've been monitoring the situation.
Yes, I suppose you have. Yes.
And Ensign Tabby, are you actually agreeing with me about beaming into the sun for once?
I think we should probably destroy the changeling that we've just frozen. We'll come back to Dowd in a moment, but let's see if we can at least destroy the changeling, because it doesn't. I mean, they are a threat. It doesn't seem to be very competitive.
Reach the transporter room 3. Log onto the frozen changeling and beam directly into the sun. And for your information, Lieutenant Dowd, I am acting within the best interests of my ship and my crew.
You're beaming sentient life forms into a freaking sun every single week.
I beamed a whole load of parasites into a sun while you were on holiday at a Cardassian planet.
On holiday in a Dominion prison camp.
Well, it shouldn't be a prison camp considering the war's over and Cardassian is in.
So they've all been retrofitted into spas. Oh, well.
And yet, he was in a Dominion prison camp. Oh.
Okay. So, sorry. I just need to clarify. The changeling that was in the dilith or was in engineering, that was the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you froze him, and I've just had him beamed into the sun.
Right. Well, talk about blowing hot and cold. Then, so what happened to the changeling that was the captain on the bridge? I went to open a window and I may have missed his fate.
Yeah,
she got beamed into the sun.
Oh,
Here's the first one to be.
we're gonna use. We're gonna use up that sun before. So, but presumably there are other changelings on the ship needing containment and hopefully interrogation, because we need to figure out what's their plan. Exercise diplomacy if possible, or end the threat if no other avenues are available to us. At least that's what I'm thinking. I know I'm the new kid on the block. I just pitched up, but that's sort of where I'm at.
Okay,
I think that sounds quite reasonable. We need to find out what they actually want, because this is going to be something that will be good.
Okay, I'm going to level with you. All of the changelings are now dead.
Oh.
There are only 3. One of them was pretending to be the captain. One of them was pretending to be Lieutenant Commander Dowd. And one of them was pretending to be the doctor.
What?
So what happened to my one? The one that was...
They got beamed into the sun.
My
Patrick,
goodness.
beam them all into the sun.
Heavens.
Yeah.
So then... So...
Just to make sure these changelings aren't any further threat. Computer, fire the red matter torpedo, then take us to warp 9.
What are you firing the torpedo at?
The
The
sun.
sun. The problem is,
But you
I
could...
don't know that's. I think that breaches Federation rules.
The Klingons are
could-
going to be so annoyed.
I was going to say
Yeah.
we don't want to annoy them. They're quite hardy people.
Well, I'm on good,
Unnecessary.
well, I'm on good terms with Chancellor Martok.
I don't know that
Well-
he'd agree very much with that. He'd think it might be dishonourable.
Oh,
And we don't want to start mucking
I
up.
mean, are you the sort of who would burn down the whole house because you find a mouse?
Considering he himself was replaced by
Let's not
Changeling
start
Infiltrator,
wars.
I'm sure he'll see my point of view. Now open fire and take us to warp.
My goodness. Oh, dear.
Piggly, looking for a Piggly Wiggly. Robert, are you American?
I'm going to check with
loss of my red matter.
Fitzgerald, who's now presumably getting better.
Okay, so at the end of this fiasco,
Fiasco.
the captain calls you all to the medical bay, where you all have a very nice chat about what's been going on.
And I say, I hardly know them. I don't really, I'm not really part of this whole caboose.
Welcome back, Lieutenant Dowd.
So we'd had Changeling Dowd for quite some time, had we?
Oh, I'd say so.
Yeah, you've had Changeling Dowd since right in episode 1. Yes, this is the first episode where Captain Dowd has actually been playing his actual character rather than a changeling.
Yeah. Zoe, are we meeting the captain after I fired my red matter torpedo at that sun?
Yes, you're meeting the captain after you nuked the freaking sun. Oh my goodness.
May I ask a question about the timing of this adventure? Is this after the Dominion War?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
after the Dominion War. That's why
Okay.
we've got an emergency command hologram.
So I guess my question is, are there diplomatic ties between the founders and the Federation?
No.
It's difficult to say whether there would be, because Odo is part of the Great Link. And Worf says in Picard that he knew someone who was a changeling, and he was very honourable. Not that he knows someone. It's like
Right.
there hasn't been a chat between the Federation and the Dominion for a while. It's almost like they've decided to just stay away from each other as much as they can.
Okay, because I was just wondering if we should, if there were an ambassador or someone like reach out to Odo or something to apprise him of what just took place, and if he knows anything about it, and we should be.
We'll get Colonel Kira to send a runabout through the wormhole.
that might be an option, but before you do
Hey,
that,
Odo will listen to Colonel Kira.
that's true. Odo fancies Kira. Odo and Kira sitting in a tree.
But Odo'd be the tree as well.
So here's the thing. When you talk to the captain,
Oh, right, yeah.
Lieutenant Dowd and Lieutenant Commander Perry, who is finally awake after the extensive torture sessions he endured during his stay
We
with
need to work with Garrick about that as well.
with the nasties, is able to explain what's going on. The changelings that were holding Lieutenant Dowd and Lieutenant Commander Perry are not part of the Dominion. They're part of a splinter group that are calling themselves the Continuity Alpha Quadrant Dominion.
Say that again. Continuity.
Continuity Alpha Quadrant Dominion.
In other words, Conti.
That'd be Canty, isn't it? Okay. Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah.
Dominion. Okay.
And they don't agree with the policies of the Dominion. They're attempting to re-establish a new Dominion within what was Dominion territory in the Alpha Quadrant, so Cardassia and parts of the Federation. That's their end goal. To that extent, they have captured some Federation personnel and some Cardassians. Unfortunately, the Cardassians have not lasted. The only people that are left in the prison camp when Lieutenant Dowd and Lieutenant Commander Perry escaped are 3 Federation personnel. One of them is Admiral Jessup. And this is important because the captain knows Admiral Jessup. She spoke to him 2 weeks ago. But Lieutenant Dowd has been with Admiral Jessup for quite some time. More than 3 weeks. Admiral Jessup has recently been tapped to take over as the head of Starfleet security. And you'll be doing that in a couple of months' time when the current head steps down. So,
yes, we'd better find
Jessup,
the non-real Admiral Jessup.
Yes. So at the moment, you have 2 options. You can inform Starfleet, which you probably should do, and also you could go and try and rescue the 3 personnel before they pass on, the same way that Lieutenant Commander Perry almost did, and the Cardassian prisoners already have.
But it's risky letting Starfleet know, because who knows how many transmissions the supposed fake Admiral Jessup is monitoring, especially if they're tapped to take over as head of security.
It's going to be a problem, yes.
Yeah, because I mean a small strike team could maybe pull this off, and I
moved that I lead a strike force to this prison planet and rescue the Federation citizens.
Or we could try to beard the lion in his den and go after the fake Jessup. The question is, would Jessup be aware of what's just taken place and how all his mates are now cooking away in the heart of a star?
The star's no longer there. The star's now a black hole.
Yeah, well, you can explain that one to the Board of Inquiry. Why the gravitational constant of a whole sector of space is now over tea kettle.
Red matter in a planet.
I
got promoted for putting red matter in a planet that had parasites.
Oh.
Yeah, but didn't you?
But the thing is, we no matter which way we go, we may have a potential leg up or a potential advantage in I could pretend to be the changeling me. A little. I mean, until they actually ask me to change shape, then that could be a bit awkward for everybody.
Have we still got the shuttle you used to escape?
No, because you decided to get rid of it.
Is it in the sun too, by any chance?
I don't know where he fired it to, but he decided not to keep that because he said it might have had dodgy stuff in it, so he decided to get rid of it. And you said about the rental agreement on it.
Oh yeah. So there's
shuttle the fake was in.
Well, there goes my deposit then. I'll not see that back.
You've still got the shuttle that Dowd was in. The one that the captain tried to get out of the ship in was a Federation shuttle.
Also, the fake captain tried to escape in a runabout.
No, they were trying to get in a shuttle.
But isn't the shuttle Dowd used either Cardassian or Dominion?
Use budget.
The shuttle that Lieutenant Dowd was in is of Cardassian origin.
So that means it's got all the current access codes.
It may have.
Well, it must have if we was able to escape from Cardassian space.
Yeah. So, guys, at this point, you have a decision to make. Do you go back to Starfleet and explain what's happened and try and deal with the fake admiral, or, and here's your mission if you choose to accept it, do you go to attempt a prison break in enemy territory?
I will take this Cardassian shuttle along with 3 volunteers and rescue the Admiral and the other 2 Starfleet personnel while the captain takes the ship to Starfleet and tries to alert them.
Seems like a sensible idea to me.
Yeah, that seems like a really good idea.
And I volunteered Lieutenant Paul, Ensign Tabian, Lieutenant Dowd to be on my team.
Did I hear something about I was promoted to Lieutenant Commander whilst I was away?
I'm sure we can.
Commission done by me.
Can I have that pip anytime soon?
I'm sure we can give you the pip in recognition of your services to escaping from the dodgy prison.
Perfect. I also wonder if it might not be a good idea to have T'Pau and the medical team surgically alter Commander Ferengel to be a double of me, so I could look like I'm bringing somebody that escaped back.
Oh no plastic surgeon coming anywhere near me.
If we're surgically altering Ferren, had we better also make him less prone to use nukes at the same time?
Yeah, I think that sounds a good idea. Less prone to blow stuff up.
It makes us a suggestion like that again, Lieutenant Dowd, and you needing a plastic surgeon.
Oh, fighting words. Hi Lex, how you doing?
We need someone to be surgically altered. We'll surgically alter Ensign Tabby.
I think we should just fix the hologram on the ship. That's a much easier thing to do. We can have a holographic version with a portable hologram simulator.
Are those mobile emitters general issue now?
They are now because I've just made them mobile ones.
Oh, lovely.
Issue.
You're very handy to have about.
That one from the Delta Quadrant.
At some point, they would become reasonably commonplace, but I couldn't tell you when that would happen. But guys, what I can tell you is that we're an hour and a half in, and I think this is actually a pretty good point where we could stop for the night before we move on to the next part of the mission.
Because, it's been enormous fun.
Because I have to admit I've been winging it for most of the evening based on notes. Because thanks to the fact that I've had to catch up on yesterday's work and today's, I didn't have time to finish the Mission Impossible style prison break sequence that I was planning.
Well, that's
Hello,
With
no.
the kitten joining us for the end.
Monday afternoon, this one's got the vet. Well,
Other-
next vaccination.
A little
Well, I'm
Cation
gonna
baby.
I'm going to take some flash bangs with me. If I'm going on this mission with Patrick, I'm taking some
And
flash
next week,
bangs.
I think I'll have a second spare card just in case it gets cold on this prison planet.
And today I gave her a baby
I
collar.
can get the,
Oh, she's
yes.
lovely. Hello,
that is
there.
one cute
Hello,
little
Melody.
cat. Hello, little Fluff.
Hello, Melody. Hello.
Little mewing Fluff.
How are you
Look at his
doing?
little eyes.
Nose
Little
it.
ears.
Hello there.
Little whiskers.
Hello there.
And little
How are
nose.
you
It's so
doing?
cute.
Hello.
Yeah, she's
Very
been
cute.
good. Besides charging around on something possessed and tearing
Oh,
Daddy's legs to pieces.
Well, that's cats for you. Oh, look at the little tiredness. Hello. Still need another player
Very
one day.
cute little cat.
Yes. Lex,
Very
we
good.
would be happy to have you join us. That would
Both-
be great.
Both here and on A Question of Trek, if you're up for it.
We definitely want you back on Question of Trek. Always good fun. But guys,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will try and get the Mission Impossible style thing. I was so hoping I would get it finished before we can start tonight, because it's like I've got a bit where it requires a coming down a shaft full of lasers. I've got all
Oh,
kinds
no.
of stuff about working through all the computers. It's going to be great.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I think-
I'm very good at hacking computers, so this could be good for me. There wasn't a Starfleet job as chief computer hacker, but I seem to be doing pretty well at that.
No, you
How
are.
much trouble am I in with the captain?
Sorry.
How much trouble am I in with the captain?
Well, you saved the day, so that generally is what gets you in the good books on Star Trek. So,
Even though I just flew off a sun.
well, who hasn't? Guys,
Zoe,
yeah,
This captain was very
sorry. This is about Lex. If we want him back, well, I mean, obviously he can contact you about this game, but I seem to remember Lex maybe is not on Twitter
yeah.
or
Lex,
something.
If you're not on Twitter, what I'll do is I'll talk to Conti and see if Conti will give me the details of when we've got a slot on A Question of Track, or give it to Captain Dowd or whatever, and I'll contact you via Facebook, and we'll get it sorted out, because I'm not sure if Conti has you friended on Facebook. I'm looking at the wrong. I've got a camera there and a camera here, and this is the one I'm supposed to be looking at. And I'll get the contact details, and we'll kind of liaise and see when we can get you back on, because Elon killed my Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry about that, because we had a great time with you when you were on Question of Track last time. We really do want you to come back on. So I'll get that sorted for you if you don't mind.
No, that'd be great.
Yep. But guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I can't wait for next time. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, sounds like I need to hit the gym.
Don't hit Jim. What's he done to you?
Fine, I'll fire at will then.
Damn it, Jim. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great night. And thank you to everyone who's been joining us at home. Until next time, live long and prosper.
Cheerio.
It's been a Laura fun.